Hi, Henry Smith here from IamWealthyandRich.com. Thanks very much for watching my video today. I appreciate you being here. Now, what I'm talking about in this video series is wealth creation in action, where I'm developing a cryptocurrency portfolio. You should really call it a digital asset portfolio. And I'm just tracking the numbers on a daily basis. And this is an investment portfolio, not a trading, not as a trader. And I always say, there are two parts to this business, to what I'm in, this investment program. There's the investment in your mind, which is the mindset strategy, so important, and the investment in the actual investment strategy itself. And you need both to be truly successful. You need both to be truly successful. It's not that you can't make money with just the investment strategy, but the question is, will you keep it? Will you make the right decisions? Will you enter and exit at the right time? And these are the kind of things that having the right mindset helps with, because it's what goes up here that determines your actions. So, but before I continue, what I want to do is give a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor or planner. I'm not a financial, I'm not an accountant or CPA, not part of a regulated body. So please do your own research, your own due diligence. I'm just showing what's worked for me, and I'm just, doing like a daily journal, updating my journey. And also understand that all investments do carry a degree of risk. So do not invest more than you can afford to lose. And with that said, what I'm going to do is share my screen and just do today's updates. So I've got the right screen ready. And let's do that share. So this is the spreadsheet I've been updating. It's from the 1st of February 2021. Now, the investment was actually started in May, so a year ago, May 2020, or 2020, yeah, last year. And from very humble beginnings, and I believe by the beginning of February this year, it reached 106,000. And I continue. That's when I started actually documenting it. I didn't actually start documenting it from last year. I do have a few screenshots which you can actually see. If you go to the first video in this series, on the channel, if you kind of go backwards in time to the very first video, you'll actually see where it started from. So I'm not going to go into that. But by 1st of February 2021, it reached $106,064. So what I do is I update, on a daily basis as the things come in. When it goes in positive over the next day, it's in green. When it's negative over the next day, or when it goes backward over the next day, shall I say, it's red. I color it red. So we've got forward, forward, back, forward, 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 back, and so on and so forth. And we have three columns, shall I say, three main columns. One is to do with something we call the altcoins. The other one is to do with Bitcoin, and then one is an overall, the total, shall I say. And, we've had some interesting journeys through these, as we go up and down. We've had some days, we've had 4 or 5 days forward and then a few days backwards. And it just continues to happen. Here we had, I think, 7, 8, 9 days forward, and then we went backwards a couple of times here, and then forward and backwards. And it's an interesting journey. It's an up and down journey. It's like a roller coaster, which you just learn to adapt to, and you adapt your expectations so that you can cope with this journey. But it's not an easy journey to adapt to, but it is once you adapt to it. It's just another day in the office. You go down 23,000 here and go up 28,000 and up 26,000. So these are like for some people it's like their whole salaries, in a year. But that's just that's the nature of the market. And you don't really lose unless you sell at a lower price. So I don't consider any losses at all. And anyway, since 106,000, it's certainly done well over that in terms of it's more than 100, almost 3 times it now. So here we are. The last couple of days it had gone backwards for the last 2 days, and so we should see whether it's gone forward today. So the way I get my figures from is something called my investment summary, which comes in through a live feed here, updated every 10 minutes or so, and it then goes through one portfolios here, and then it calculates the amount of the particular portfolio which I'm talking about in this video. So this particular portfolio consists of one whole Bitcoin. That means Bitcoin at the moment is 57,827 as of today, and that's the 10th of May up there. And the altcoins, a selection of different alternative coins known as altcoins for short. The entire selection is worth about 249,695 as of today. And this is the overall amount, which is 307,000 today. So and then on the right hand side we've got the pounds equivalent, GBP, Great British Pounds, pound sterling equivalent. So the same thing. That means Bitcoin is 41,861 pounds today in UK money. So going to the update. So the figure I want to take here is this one. The altcoin figure is 249,695.88. So put the date here and the time here. We're doing a little earlier today because we're going out 249, and I've forgotten the rest of it. 249,695.88. 695.88. See if I got that right. 88. Okay. So if I bring this down here, what we've got is this is like 10,000 increase in yesterday, so that's can be colored green. And then on the overall amount is 307,523.59. 307,523. 307,523.59. I think 523. Yeah, 523. So that is bring this down here. 10,000. Yes, 10,000. So overall 10,000 on yesterday. So Bitcoin is kind of not hardly moved. Let's see what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is like, okay, it went up by 400 on the update so yesterday. So that can be green, and so can this be green because they're the positives. So as you can see, really, based on from 1st of February to now, it's really gone 201,000 over the 300, so 106,000. That's why it's 307,000 in total. So it's going in the right direction, which is great. Great. And like I said, even I expect it to go back soon and then retrace. Whenever there's an expansion, after that comes a retraction, expansion and retraction, and that's just the way of the markets. And I guess a lot of people don't really get, they don't have the stomach because they've got the wrong expectations. If you had the right expectations, then you won't be disappointed. The only way you get disappointed is when you have the wrong expectations. So I don't get disappointed because I understand what kind of market I'm in and why the market, what to expect from the market. So there are no surprises here. And I also understand what part of the cycle we're in this investment cycle. So I kind of know what to expect. And everything's going great. In case you're wondering what this stuff behind me, I like playing lifestyle videos because it's all about the lifestyle. It's about wealth creation, financial freedom. Okay, living life on your terms. Okay, to do that you need money and time, or time and money, either way, And so when you have that, you can live the lifestyle of your dreams, whatever it is. It's just to inspire you, and it inspires it inspires me. And this is why I do this. I do this because of the lifestyle that's available out there. Drive the car you want to drive, live in the place you want to live, go to the places you want to go to. And it takes money, you know. It doesn't take, you know, being tied up in a job or having limited money or a limited salary. And if you're at that stage of this point, it doesn't matter. You can work your way out of that gradually by investing rightly. Investing firstly in your mindset, and then, you know, going into we have ways to help you choose the right investments to actually change things, as they're changing things for me. So, but there's a wonderful life out there. And but the thing is, there's a lot of people who will tell you otherwise, who will stand in your way. Well, I think the biggest trap for most people are listening to the wrong kind of person. You know, people who dissuade them. In fact, I've got a little saying for you, which I like to show you, if I can find it here. Very, very, something that you want to bear in mind, because one of the biggest challenges. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, okay? Advice. Number one, never approach a bull from the front. A horse from behind, or a fool from any direction. And what I mean by that is, you know, there's advice that you should know, the first two. You know, don't approach a bull from the front, because you know what a bull can do, and you don't approach a horse from behind, because you know what could happen. But at the same time, do not approach a fool from any direction. And what it means is this. I've seen this for the last 20, 30 years as I've gone into businesses and different kinds of projects and so on, and worked with different mentors from near and afar. And they all say the same type of things. The biggest challenge is that people sometimes, number one, tend to listen to unqualified people who are not qualified in a specific field, and they go and give advice. And the poor person on the receiving end listens to the advice, and they take action based on advice from a non-qualified person. You know, if you wanted to fix your car, you wouldn't take your car to the carpenter, would you? You would take it to the mechanic. Okay, and yet people, you know, if you, and this goes across many things, all the way to even great, you know, biggest mistake people make. People talk to people who are broke and ask them their opinion about making money. And the person who's broke never made a penny in their life. Not that maybe not a penny, but they never made, you know, any significant money in their life. They go and give them their opinion on a business project or a money-making idea. They're not qualified. They've not made any money. Why are you listening to that person? Why are you asking that person for their advice? Okay, ask people who are qualified. Opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one. Everyone has one. It doesn't matter. So you don't make the mistake of talking to the wrong people to get advice from, even people who within certain fields, because you can even talk to somebody who's a millionaire about a business project, and you can still get wrong advice. Why? Because that millionaire may not specialize in that area. You understand? So you've got to be careful where you get your advice from. Okay, you know, I even saw recently on some comedian giving advice on cryptocurrency, and some people even listening to it. Think of what a comedian is. A comedian, that's his job, as a comedian. In the old days, they used to call them the fools, the king's fool, the fool, you know, for entertaining. They listen to a fool for information about how to become wealthy. I mean, what does that make the person listening to the comedian or the fool? You know, and one of the great teaching books of all time said, you know, if the blind lead the blind, they both fall into the same ditch. And we've got a lot of blind leading the blind, especially on social media. There's blind leading blind leading blind. Okay, there's a lot of that. So be careful where you get your advice. Okay, okay. Make sure you get your advice from somebody competent in that area, somebody who's got proven track record, who's doing it. Okay, he's rolling up there, who's actually not just a theorist. There's just too much of that. So be careful where you get your advice. And I don't want to even mention any names here, but there are even some great entrepreneurs or even investors, which I won't even mention any names, but they have never invested in anything technology. They don't have any kind of technology investments whatsoever. So, and they give wrong advice about technology investing. You don't go to somebody who's used to investing in other kinds of investments about technology investing, because I've never invested in a technology project before. So they're not qualified to give advice. So be careful where you get your advice. Okay, but sometimes, like I said, it starts from the very low common level, where maybe a friend or a relative maybe meaning well. Sometimes they don't mean well. Giving advice, oh, don't do this, I don't think it will work for you, or you couldn't do it, or it's not right, or it's not legal. They're not qualified. Okay, no matter what they are, who they are to you, how close they are to you. Mostly, sometimes they're jealous because they don't want you to move forward. Sometimes they just, like I said, everybody wants to put their 10 cents worth in. But understand, that's what their 10 cents is worth. 10 cents, absolutely nothing. Okay, so be careful where you get your advice from. Get advice from competent, qualified people. You don't take your, if you want to hang a door, you don't call a plumber to help you fix the door. You call a carpenter. You understand? You don't call a carpenter to help you fix your sink. You call a plumber. Call people who are competent, even though they're handymen or women or DIY specialists, whatever. They have their specialist field. You don't call a plumber to help you with the electrics of a house. Yeah, but they're all handymen with overalls and tools. Yeah, but they specialize in different things. In the same way, you want to get advice about investing in digital assets, you go to get advice from someone who specializes in investing in digital assets, not someone who's invested in printing, in printing, what do you call it, industry. Nothing wrong with the printing industry, but that person knows about that kind of industry, unless they have expertise in this area. So there's a big mistake that a lot of people do, is get the wrong advice from the wrong people. Sorry, from the right people. Anyway, they get wrong advice from the wrong people, yeah. Okay, so always go to the right people for the right advice. That's really what I want to talk to you today. Okay, because everybody, because somebody, I myself, maybe I know about the cryptocurrency space a little bit more because I've been involved with it over a year, but I would not be very good in another area. You can't ask my advice about mechanics. If you had something wrong with your car, don't come to me, because I'm not qualified. You understand? You wouldn't want me to operate on your brain. I'm not a brain surgeon. Go to a brain surgeon. You understand? So go to people. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Okay, and they'll, by their fruit you will know them. It's not just theory. They have to demonstrate that they have experience in that area. Okay, then you take advice. All right. So that's the end of that rant anyway. But just very important. That's very, very important. It's a little thing. In some cases, you might think it's a little thing, but it steers a lot of people in life. A lot of people sometimes go in a completely different direction just because they took the wrong advice from someone, and they can waste 5-10 years of their life. It happens a lot. So it may be a little thing, but it can cause a big impact on an individual's life, getting the wrong advice from the wrong person. So be careful of that. That's really what I'm going to talk about today. What I do want to talk about also is the mindset. You want to get that mindset. Okay, that mindset is so important. I think I've got a picture here. Let me just share that screen here. I'm going to go to this website again. IamWealthyandRich.com. The I Am Wealthy and Rich is not about me, Henry Smith, being wealthy and rich. although I do use that sentence, that phrase, that affirmation myself. Yes, I am wealthy and rich. But I want you to use it for yourself. I want you to say it 1,000 times a day. You are wealthy and rich. I understand the game of money and play it well. And my mission is to help you understand the game of money and play it well. You play the game of money on two levels, a mental level and a physical level. And so don't just think you just need to know what to do physically. Investors, you need to know how to play the game of money. Money is an energy. It is not just paper that you put in your pocket. It's an energy. So you need to know how to relate to that energy. Okay? And then you need to also know what to invest in and so on. So how to understand the game of money and play it well. And I have a course. This is a very good video series, by the way. You want to watch these too, by the way. But you want to download, go here, download this, fill your name and email, just download it. I'll send it to you. Then just apply the techniques exactly the way I teach it. Okay, and then if you want to get more sophisticated and get into the altcoin investing, contact us and I'll get you onto one of our webinars and we can take that from there. But also, yeah, go through, I've got some other videos of myself and so on and so forth, and I've put some other videos of other people that I admire, respect in this space as well. So get yourself to this site, and what I want to do is thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share this video, and it helps YouTube get this video out. So I really appreciate it if you help me with that. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a fantastic and prosperous day. Bye.